full of butter and vanilla. These are 5-ingredient cookie bars that use a cake mix, a pouch of sugar cookie mix, and only 3 other ingredients. Our cake mix cookie bars start with 1 box of white cake mix and 1 pouch of sugar cookie mix. I have 1 cup of melted butter that has been slightly cooled, so that's 2 sticks, and that's going in. 3 eggs, and these are at room temperature. And 1½ teaspoons of vanilla, which is the same as a ½ tablespoon. Now we're just going to mix this on low for about 30 seconds. It's a very thick batter, so that's going to give us a nice texture to our cookie bars. Now we're going to mix this with our hand mixer on medium for 1 minute. And now we're adding 3 tablespoons of sprinkles. I love making these for parties because you can change up the color of your sprinkles. If you're having a Memorial Day party, use red, white, and blue. And just use low speed to stir these in. You don't need to add any liquid to this, even though you may be tempted to, because it is thick, but that's what's going to give us the structure that we need for our cookie bars. Into our prepared 13 by 9. I've lined my pan with parchment and greased the bottom with shortening. You don't have to use the parchment, but you do want to make sure the bottom is well greased. Our cookie bars are going into a 350-degree oven on the center rack for about 30 to 32 minutes. I'm definitely checking mine at 30 minutes. The longer your oven has been preheating, the less time it takes to bake something. If your oven just came up to temperature, you'll find that you're going to have to go the full bake time normally. And of course, all ovens do bake differently, and all ovens have hot spots. Our bars are out of the oven. They baked for 31 minutes, and you see they achieved a nice golden color. You know, anytime you bake a cake, and it pulls away from the sides of the pan, it's pretty much done. And I'm not even going to use a skewer on this because I know that 31 minutes was enough, and they've achieved a nice golden color. And they are going to sit on this cooling rack for about an hour and a half, and we will mix up our icing. Our icing starts with 3 cups of powdered sugar, and that weighs 360 grams. And we're using 1 cup of softened butter, so that should be soft enough where you can indent it with your finger. We're flavoring this with 1 teaspoon of vanilla. I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of milk, just to begin with. And let's go ahead and blend this. So depending on your desired spreading consistency, just keep adding a teaspoon of milk at the time. And I'm going to beat this about 30 more seconds and get it smoother. You need to let your bars cool for at least an hour and a half. And I like to decorate this with more sprinkles. A fun and easy cake mix cookie bar. Quite often I cut the outside edge off of these bars so that all 4 sides show off the pretty sprinkles on the inside. And you may be thinking, I don't want to go to the extra step, but I usually have an ulterior motive when I do this. Very flavorful, very easy. Make sure you use 1½ teaspoons of vanilla. And if you really want to amp up the flavor, add 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon of almond extract. Cake mix cookie bars.